G'day everyone, welcome to another episode of Sailing Popao.
This episode we're in the beautiful Jervis Bay and we're going to explore the north side this week and see what it's got to offer.
Whoa.
Not getting the bloody
You're kidding me! Oh, that is the biggest rookie error ever. We're on the mission for a snapper. Late afternoon snapper.
What are we using for bait?
So, sorry Marcus and Nathan, I know you told us that striped tuna was, salted striped tuna was a good snapper bait. We've had it stinking up the boat for the last 5 days.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're going big baits. Apparently, start off with the small bits, which is that's a big bait. We've got big circle hooks, and then we're going to move on to this.
The whole thing?
The whole thing, he said.
What about chum? What chum are we using?
So, you know, the key was to get a burley trail going and then start floating those big beasts down to try to catch a big snapper. We haven't had a beach day today at Long Beach, and I was taking a few people to come have a tour of the boat, and I see Jess freaking out, going crazy, and everyone like had sarongs out. They're like, oh, and I'm like, what's going on over there?
Trying to catch a fish.
What's going on? And this big Aussie salmon had swum into the shallows. And
in the wrong group of people.
The wrong group. Like, you couldn't have been an unluckier salmon. And they're all corralling it, trying to get it in. And Kingy just dives down like, you know, chest deep water, and he scoops his salmon up, gets it, it's going crazy, loses it, dives again, gets it, and I just got it and just snapped the net.
Yeah, in front of all the kids.
All the kids. And like salmon, and if anyone knows salmon, they're full of blood. It was just squirting everywhere, but that's what's going to be our burley trail. Like, you couldn't ask for a better sign. So we got a bit of stormy afternoon weather, late arvo, fresh bait, back up squid heads for burley. I think we're on here.
That's the fish that swam between us, so you know, not small by any means, pretty big fish.
Just sounding around, trying to find the front edge where all the bait is, and there it is. I'm just tying the rig on. I've got a meter of 60-pound mono and a circle hook.
Who hooked you up with those?
King. Huh?
Get it? Who hooked you up with those?
Thank you, mate. We've got all his advice and rig set up here.
Hopefully we get something.
Just chucking this salmon that we got. I've sliced it up. It's going to be the burley bag.
And then what's the idea? You just drop the baits down like in that scent line sort of thing, or?
Yeah, pretty much. Apparently we just feed an unrated bait into the fray, and hopefully
They'll take the bait.
Oh, you're just full of quality today, aren't you? Just keep spitting it out, let it sink, and then you let it run for like a few seconds, and you need to stop them before they hit the reef. So.
Not much luck yet.
Nothing yet. One pike. Is it on the bottom?
Maybe.
Are you sure?
Oh, I'm on a ray or something, I reckon.
You're 100% not on the bottom?
100%. I've got something. The boat's moving. We need a bigger boat.
A big shark, you reckon?
I don't know.
Whoa!
What do I do? I don't know what to do. What?
Whoa! Imagine it's a giant snapper.
That's a...
Oh, I'm scared the line's going to snap.
It's a stingray.
Massive stingray.
Oh, that's disappointing, hey? This has been another successful line fishing mission.
Well, you've caught a pike and a ray. I've caught nothing.
Yes, I think it might be time to call it a night, Michael. What do you think?
Keep the pike.
Keep the pike?
Yeah. It's a cracking pike. Bloody cooter. Look at the size of it.
Oh well. He's come, he's here.
Round 2.
He's stuffing it, ice cream. What are you going to do differently today? Anything?
Find the right spot. Set up a good burley trail.
With what burley?
I don't know, I'm going to bring the bait jig and cut some yakkas' heads off.
No amount of local knowledge or gear could help out these two gumpies. We ended up out here for several nights fishing for snapper. We caught plenty of fish, but nothing we really wanted to eat.
Yeah. Kill it, bring it in, let's eat it.
That's gross.
This is bloody tragic on Popao. Caught something, yay, good.
What Jack said, eh?
Good job, Michael. How did that night end?
Oh, got dusted up by 2. Had to be snapper. Just lost something big. We got the anchor stuck.
That's the worst part.
Which means an early morning dive in the turd water to go get it. We buoyed it off with the chopping board.
It's the only thing that would float, so
And
whether
the
or
rope.
not.
And the rope, but
Yeah, we tie the rope up. We didn't want someone to run over it. We just had the most insane drive back. There's so much bioluminescence that our wash was all lit up. I wish that it came out on camera, but just one of those things you've just got to experience for yourself. All the washes lighting up. It was like Life of Pi, the movie. You're just waiting for a whale to come up. And yeah, we could just see everything. Our nav light's actually been like turning on and off. So every time it turned off, you could actually see these like underwater torpedoes of all the fish and bait fish and stuff running from the boat that was being spooked. So we're back out here this morning, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. We got back at midnight last night. We're back out here again this morning at about 6. Michael's just gearing up now to try and recover this anchor.
I'm not going to try. I'm going to recover the anchor.
Yeah, he will. It's in like 8 meters of water. But it's so dirty. And maybe try and shoot a fish or 2 on the way.
It doesn't look that bad actually. So we coiled the rope up and then put a chopping board as a float, and I just marked it on the GPS, and yeah, you can see it.
It's the perfect thing.
It's perfect.
It puts it underwater.
It's underwater because of the current, but bright white, so we can see it. No one's going to run over it. I was worried that somebody would run over it this morning, or go, oh, look at all this rope, and just cut it off.
How do you catch snapper, guys? Yeah, we absolutely bloody suck at this line fishing business.
I think we hooked them, but we underestimated the power.
Maybe we're fishing too shallow.
We just needed to be right on top of it. Yeah, it was like wedged because we were going to pull that way, so if we did keep going that way more.
Oh, because we couldn't because of the bombing.
Yeah, pretty easy. I was like, that's it.
You spent so long. I thought you must have had sore arms this morning.
You can see how many fishers lose anchor. Like, look now, I think it's getting stuck again. Try forward. Massive thermocline in there. This is really nice and warm and clean. And then it just went, oh, cold and filthy. Oh well, first job of the day done.
Well, I'm kicking myself. It looks pretty clear. It's at least 8 meters viz. And the sounder is absolutely lit up.
We'd been plagued with dirty water the entire week, but Michael found this really small pocket of clear water full of fish. So with empty freezers, Michael selflessly took it upon himself to load up.
There's a big thermocline, so everything's up in the shallows with the warm, clear stuff. Got nurses coming up me.
Swordtail surgeons have a really sweet white flesh and are a great staple. While surgeons and parrotfish are important in keeping the algae off coral reefs, down here with the lack of coral, it isn't an issue.
You shot a kingy!
How's that?
That's ridiculous!
There's a little rat there. I was like, oh, I'll take that. That's the same as the one Jess shot.
Yeah.
And then I look behind, I just about to shoot, and this big one's there in front. I was like, whoo!
That's so good. Hell yeah. Oh well, consider the freezer full.
Gonna get some photos?
That is what we came for. Not today, but just in general. That's what we were so keen to get. This whole trip in JB. And I can't believe it's just happened now. Like, least than we expected it. That's a nice kingy. Oh my gosh. Can't believe this just happened. It's gone! Oh my gosh. So Marco went to take the spear out of the fish. He's about to throw it in the boat, and it still had a bit of life in it and just kicked out of his hands. Because we always try to take the spear out of the fish with the inflatable, so we don't pop it, because if you chuck a fish in with a spear and they come alive like that, you don't want that spear flying around. He's just swimming around looking for it now. He's so angry with himself.
So while Michael was diving, I was driving around on the surface to see if I could find anything on the sounder when I noticed a fish coming to the surface on the screen. It was a big arch, so I decided to put my mask on and look over the side, half expecting a shark to greet me after it had eaten the kingy. Anyway, when I looked over, there was nothing there. But when I looked to my side on the surface, there it was, floating up. I could see its gills pumping, so it was still alive.
Ah, just when you need a gap, I don't want to try and grab it. It's on the surface. It's literally right there. Don't get up. Now get in the bloody boat.
You're kidding me. Oh, what a roller coaster of bloody emotion. But it's ridiculous.
I had a feeling it might pop back up.
Oh, I was just looking for all the shark frenzy on the bottom. Oh.
Now get it in the boat, and I'm getting away from this rock.
You're kidding.
I could see it on the sounder. I was like, no way can I see this thing on the sounder. I put my mask on, I was looking over the side, and then I looked to my right and it was just bobbing there, and I was like, oh, do I grab it?
Are you serious?
And then I realized, nah, if I grab it, it's still like, it was still breathing, and that's why. And then I looked,
and it just
we didn't have a
floated
gap.
up.
And it was just bobbing there, just its head like a little ice cube. Far out, that's a good king. Oh, I'm so happy we got that.
I was so angry.
Did you bleed it?
I was super, yeah, I bled it. That's probably the only thing that stopped it, because I obviously didn't get the brain properly.
Far out. That's ridiculous.
What a bloody
Lucky I went boating, hey?
emotional roller coaster. That's crazy. Like, he just went down to the bottom and it was like us, us, and it was like right in the dirty filth. I could barely see where he went.
Oh, really?
And then when I went down, eventually I had enough breath to go down and check. There's all these big caves, so he must have slipped under a boulder and just swam out the other side.
I can't believe that just happened.
That's crazy. Oh, I was just like, you idiot. That's the biggest rookie error. Number one rule, make sure you don't take the spear out until you're handing the fish in the boat.
Or just hold on tight. Make sure it's dead.
Well, I was just checking the GoPro was recording. Is that recording now? Should be.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Oh, that's a good thing. Very nice. That's what we came for.
I can't believe that. That's just the joy of spearfishing.
Yeah, that's it. You just never know, hey? You never know. We've put so much time in trying to shoot one of these. Everything happens for a reason. We wouldn't have got back out here this morning.
Yeah, well, like we wouldn't have dived at all. But it was like actually beautiful in there.
It's meant to be 20 knots. No worries at the moment.
That was unbelievable.
Oh, that was crazy.
So disappointed in myself. I was like, that is the biggest rookie error ever, just to take the spear out. And like, he even kicked a couple of times and I thought, oh, you know, lucky he didn't kick out of my hands with spears in there. And then I was thinking about the GoPro and playing around with that, and he just went, whoop, one kick, and just got out from me and then just went, and I was diving and, you know, like...
How'd he go?
And then it's just panic stations after that, you know, and your heart rate is, and I dive down and he just like slipped in these little rocks, and then I went to dive and he was in the thermocline and it was gone.
I can't believe today, to all days, when
Yeah,
we put
like,
zero effort in.
We weren't even going to dive, and then it was like, oh well, I'm going to get the anchor. I might as well just, you know, tough it out, tough the ear infection out, and just get some surgeon fish or mowies for dinner.
Now what are we going to do with all the surgeons and mowies?
No, now we got a full freezer. Such nice diving. I wanted to just keep going, but you know, like we're going to fill the fridge and freezer now. So
yeah.
Anyway, it's good because we got 5 days of gnarly southerly and rain. Sashimi to eat. All before 7:30 or something.
Crazy.
A good way to start the day. Look at that. The perfect size for these steps. That's why I shot it this one. Pull this nice collar and wing section off. Might try smoking that, I think.
Nice.
Smoking it or sashimi the belly. But yeah, also got the heart out of there. Look at the size of it. That's why they go so hard, just like they got good heart. Look at the size of the blood vessel in there.
They can just pump.
Pump and pump. A lot of people eat these. I don't know.
Here we go. Bloody.
Actually not bad.
Really?
Yeah, surprisingly.
What's it taste like?
Have a nibble. It's not that bad.
Ugh. Bit early for me. It's still like 8 in the morning.
That's good.
Bloody.
Here's the stomach.
So bloody.
It's empty. Just a couple of fish bones in there, that's it.
With a big southerly due that night, we wanted to head over to the south side of the bay and grab a mooring before the other boats beat us to them. So while Michael cleaned the fish, I got us underway to the next beautiful anchorage.
good.
Absolutely melting. Nearly at our new anchorage. While Michael cleaned the kingy, we just I pulled anchor and started making our way across the bay. It looks like we've just missed out on a mooring, so really spewing about that because it just means that we'll have to anchor out a little bit deeper, but it doesn't really matter. But it's always nice to be on a mooring in a big flow. The New South Wales one's pretty solid. We got one. We got the mooring. Look at the size of the thing. Yeah. And what a welcome to the anchorage. We've got dolphins doing the rounds.
Yep. What a spot. Welcome to Hole in the Wall, they say. This place is... Oh, we shouldn't even release this episode. This should be a secret. So bloody good. Right in front of the bow. Massive bronzy. Huge bronzy. Still there?
Well, he swam over towards them somewhere.
You see him? He's coming over to you. Big bronzy.
Far out.
That's a big bronzy.
That's crazy.
Oh shit. Oh no.
He's here. Oh wow.
You big shark. Yeah, we broke down the kingy that we caught this morning. So this is all the prime that I caught this morning.
It was a combined effort.
You did.
Yeah.
You definitely played your part.
I found it.
These are all the prime sashimi cuts. So I just put them in a little container and I put some paper towel just to keep that moisture off them. And that keeps them nice and bacteria minimized.
You swap that out like tomorrow, replace it.
Oh nah, it usually just soaks up.
Soaks up the bacteria and grows
So we've got the wings for Nathan and Shah. They're coming tomorrow to enjoy some fresh sashimi. And then the poor man's backpacker. These IKEA bags, really good. FYI.
We do have a backpacker at home, but the fish doesn't stay frozen long enough to really justify it, does it?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe, but I've picked up my new skill anyway.
Yeah, you can just use a bucket of water.
It's not as good. Look at that. Pretty bloody good.
So happy with yourself.
Anyway, thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Thumbs up, subscribe, buy some merch, all that stuff.
Aren't we going to do a cooking episode?
Maybe. Anyway.
Let's do it anyway.
Use it or don't use it. Buy some merch anyway. Do it.
Very nice.
Pretty good, Jess.
Oh, this place just keeps giving. It's been the most amazing day.
Winds reaching up to 30 knots during the day, settings 1 to 5 meters.
The big submarine has just hit. It
It was so cold, like a second ago.
It was like, come, boom, 28 and a half knots.
I feel like everything's gonna blow away, but let go of it.
How's the rod holder just humming away like a bottle? What do the bait fish do?
Just trying to get this. They were like, whoa.
Really?
Yeah, and all the seaweeds. Look, it's all gone. Look at it.
I wish I saw that.
I can smell the stink boat.
Those-
All I can smell is the diesel from the big Navy ship. Can you smell that?
No? Oh yeah. Be interesting watching them swing around. Have they already swung?
Yeah.
Have they?
Imagine if it dragged.
Next episode on Sailing Popao. I go for my first dive on hooker system, pick up some dinner, and do a bit of exploring on the south side of the bay.
So we're just sitting here scoffing down fresh scallops straight off the barbecue.
This is the best way to eat